Xi Jinping ushers in a new era in China-Arab relations. China's relations with this area have entered a new phase as a result of President Xi Jinping's trip to Saudi Arabia and his meetings with other Arab leaders. These events helped open the door to collaboration. It was Chinese President Xi Jinping's first trip to the Middle East since the 20th National Congress of the Communist Party of China, which took place last week, and he made his first stop in Saudi Arabia. During his meeting with the Saudi crowned Prince Mohammed bin Salman on December 8 in Riyadh, where they also inked cooperation agreements, she described the event as a watershed moment in the development of bilateral relations. According to the media of the host nation, the visit will continue our traditional relationship and usher in a new era in China's relations with the Arab world, with Arab countries in the Gulf and Saudi Arabia. Mr. Xi's statement. According to China's Minister of Foreign Affairs Wang Yi, President Xi Jinping's journey to the Middle East is considered to be the People's Republic of China's most significant and highest-level diplomatic activity with the Arab world since the country's inception. After the countries of the region voted in favor of China's admission to the permanent membership category of the United Nations Security Council in the late 1970s, the possibility of collaboration between China and Arab nations started to become more likely. China has intensified its growth program over the past 4 decades, which has resulted in the country being the second-largest economy in the world. China's open market and fast-expanding industries are luring an increasing number of Arab businesspeople in search of opportunities for collaboration. The link between China and Arab is becoming increasingly stronger, while at the same time the Arab market is flooded with Chinese items. The relationship that China shares with Saudi Arabia, the most powerful nation in the Arab world and a nation that is gaining political clout in the Middle East, is one of the most prominent of these ties. The financial assistance provided by Saudi Arabia has become an essential component of Egypt's, Sudan's, Jordan's, and a great number of other Arab countries' political stability. Over the course of the last decade, Saudi Arabia and China have significantly increased the number of domains in which they work together. The relationship of friendship between China and Saudi Arabia is growing stronger as both countries work toward achieving their respective Vision 2030 goals. As the Chinese economy and consumer demand continue to expand, the strategic location of the Arab states, which already holds great importance for China, will take on an even greater level of importance. Both the Strait of Hormuz and the Strait of Bab el-Mandab can be considered to be important bottlenecks that restrict the flow of China's foreign trade. Both of these straits can be found in Arab countries. Bab el-Mandab is an important channel for Beijing's exports to the Middle East, Africa, and Europe, as well as oil imports from Algeria, Libya, and Sudan. The Strait of Hormuz is the primary route for nearly half of China's oil and gas imports, and it is also the conduit for nearly half of China's natural gas imports. New cooperation mechanisms between China and Arab governments have been formed over the course of the past decade, with the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, serving as the primary driving factor behind their establishment. At the level of individual countries, China entered into comprehensive strategic partnerships in 2014 with Algeria and Egypt, and in 2016 with Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. In addition, China formed strategic alliances with the countries of Qatar in 2014, Iraq in 2015, Morocco in 2016, Oman in 2018, and Kuwait in 2018. As of January of this year, 20 Arab nations have signed cooperation agreements with China under the auspices of the Belt and Road Initiative. These agreements cover a wide range of topics, including energy, investment, trade, finance, and various forms of infrastructure, among other things, as well as high-technology infrastructure. At the international level, the countries involved in the Belt and Road Initiative signed the Declaration of Action on China-Arab Cooperation in 2018 during the 8th Ministerial Meeting of the China-Arab Cooperation Forum. This document was part of the Belt and Road Initiative. According to Wang Jin, Associate Professor and Assistant Director of the Institute of Middle East Studies at Northwestern University in China, Xi's visit last week was deemed starting a new chapter for relations between China and Arab countries. China. This presents Xi with an opportunity to build new channels for the purpose of further strengthening political relations between China and Arab countries. Xi Jinping had meetings with the heads of state of other nations and reaffirmed China's backing for the Arab partners' right to pursue their own independent development path during his visit. According to him, China and Arab nations have a deep commitment to multilateralism on the world stage. In addition, China and Saudi Arabia reached an agreement to elevate the status of their existing bilateral relations to that of a comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership and to hold meetings of their respective leadership every 6 months. As the leader of the Arab world, the fact that Saudi Arabia is becoming more attached to China shows great prospects for the future of relations between Beijing and the Arab bloc, said Associate Professor Wang. This shows great prospects for the future of relations between Beijing and the Arab bloc. After the visit, the domains of collaboration between China and Arab countries will continue to expand in a variety of areas, including energy, infrastructure, finance, education, and technology. China inked dozens of cooperation agreements in these areas during the visit. Technology, as well as many other fields, with leaders from Arab countries. Associate Professor Wang predicted that there will be a new wave of chances for further cooperation between Beijing and the area in the years to come. The leaders of China and Arab countries have made it clear that they are willing to overcome any obstacles that stand in the way of greater levels of cooperation between their countries. In recent years, negotiations on a free trade area of the China-Arab Cooperation Council and the establishment of a mechanism for the purchase of oil denominated in yuan have been met with many challenges. However, both sides remain optimistic that they will be able to strengthen their cooperation in the years to come. Rejuvenating their respective nations with the passage of time has been an objective for both China and the Arab bloc. It has been pointed out by observers that the fact that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia utilized the summit with China to reassure the world that Arabs will once again compete for progress and rebirth is no accident. According to Associate Professor Wang, China and the Arab countries are aiming to fulfill both the Chinese dream and the revival of the Arab world within the new cooperation framework that they have established.